Hello, everybody. We are live with the Red Game for their second merge Tribal Council. The players are walking into Tribal Council right now.
Oh, yeah. Probably still taking a shower. And eating.
I feel like every time I see you guys, more people are barefoot.
Yeah,
It's just like spreading. It's like a disease.
I went back to the shoes.
I will never
Finally
be
dry.
Katie says absolutely not.
I will never be there.
All right, guys, let's get to this next tribal council. So, congratulations to Ben. That was a super impressive win. Especially considering your injury. One leg for 5 minutes.
Thank you.
What do you do in your brain to do that?
Well, I do think my right leg is stronger than anyone else's leg because I've been using it predominantly for the last 2 months, and not my left leg. So I felt like this was one I could win. I think most of the others I'm not going to really have a shot, but there's no movement. So this was awesome. It was satisfying. It's hard to say if I needed it, but people close to me needed it. So I don't know. I'm sure we'll get into that. Yeah.
Are you implying that Lauren is at risk tonight?
Yeah.
Lauren?
Do you want to imply it or do you want to say it?
Yeah, we had 2 immunity necklaces, but I'm not gonna give it up. Sorry, babe, but she's definitely gonna get some votes.
The majority.
Yeah,
The majority.
we were
You're
told.
saying majority already.
Yes, I was told.
We were informed.
Okay, by who?
My, Alan, I'm forgetting people's
Everyone.
names because I'm
everyone except
flustered, but
Tana, who
everyone.
won't say anything.
I see.
I mean, I said,
Tana, is that a
you asked if I was going with you,
And you
I,
said,
so there's your answer.
not saying so.
I mean, no, I do know, but I mean, I didn't say yes, so,
So you said nothing.
okay. So
Okay.
you want
I said.
to
Okay.
know a yes or no answer? No, I'm not voting with you.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
would like to say something.
Yeah.
I understand, like, with the loved ones, it's a whole emotional thing. But when you hear, like, someone saying someone's name over and over, like, what else are you supposed to do with that? It's not personal, it's the game. And so when we're approached and we say, and it's point blank, are you voting Mike? And I say, well, that's what we're hearing. And he's like, are you voting for Andrea? Because that's what I'm hearing. Well, I mean, Andrea's saying her name over and over. So, like, what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Andrea,
Angela.
I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names. Lauren, not Andrea. Who is Andrea?
Yeah.
It's Lauren.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against Ben and Lauren, but when names start popping up, like, you start, getting a little apprehensive, and I think that's with anybody. I mean, other people have heard their names and then they want to do something about it. So I feel like it's pretty natural that if you're hearing someone's name, you want to do something about it. So
You're saying Lauren was throwing out your name or Tana's name?
Tana's name.
Okay. So that tracks.
Does it?
I also feel vulnerable too. Let's be
Okay,
real here.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, Mike.
I
says-
think when I'm just saying when I didn't win immunity, I felt like I was going home, and I felt like it was between 2 people, and I like Lauren.
I like it too.
But if I am kind of my back's against the wall, and you're one of the 2 who's vulnerable, you're gonna do something to stay in the game, as much as that's possible. And she could be upset, and I fully get that, and I'd be the same way. But I just want to say I was very vulnerable too when I didn't win immunity.
We
And
made this about you, Mike.
I'm just saying, no, but
This is my tribal
I'm just
council.
saying, my name was out there too, 100%, and I was scared, and I expected to maybe go home 70%. And
So are you saying you feel pretty safe at this?
I don't feel safe. I feel somewhat confident, but not safe. That's for sure. Yeah.
So it seems like there's a few people whose names are not coming up. It seems like maybe Rhea and Jason and Katie and Alan. Is that true? It seems like they're kind of not even being discussed.
Were you talking to me?
Sure.
Oh, you were looking at me. I didn't know if you asked
In
that.
general, it
Yeah.
seems
I was
like
discussed last tribal council.
I've been discussed about for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think names come up, but it's always, does it have traction? Does it have any real steam? Is it something, someone's just telling you something? You know?
Every round my name gets traction. I'm so fun.
Ria, you've been pretty quiet. Do you feel like you're at risk, or are people trying to play, you know, with their loved ones? Or are they trying to create new alliances?
I think this is the hard part of Blood versus Water when you and your loved one are on the same page all the time, and that's fine because obviously it is a game and we have to do what we have to do. But this is a hard vote.
So that sounds like maybe Jason was not going to go along with what Ria wanted to do this round.
I think our games maybe weren't as aligned as we thought they were.
Maybe trusting different people, different sets of people, maybe wanting to work with different people.
Well, it's like a spider web, right? There's like different layers, like the onion. There's different layers of the onion. So like, I think when you get to this low, it's relationships are going to be broken because we all have relationships with everybody. That's Survivor. So, yeah, this is a tough one for sure.
Do you have some input on that? Oh, sounds like Benny has something to say.
Yeah, I want to point out last tribal, the last vote read was signed from the Core 4. Was anyone here the author of that and would like to enlighten us on who the Core 4 are? If you're reading the votes, it said
It did say that.
it said the Core 4. So
From the Core 4.
On one of the votes?
yeah, maybe that was Connor, but I think we're all picking up what he's putting down. Is that there's two duos
Was
that
it
are
Connor's name on it
no.
Connor's name as a vote
as a
Oh,
vote?
then it was one of
Oh, it
us.
was.
One of us.
from the Core 4.
Yeah, and so
Well, it definitely wasn't. It doesn't.
it wasn't. No, it probably wasn't the Core 4.
I was gonna say it's probably someone who wants people to think there's a core four.
Do you not think there is?
I think
I
like
know that. I'm pretty sure Mike voted Connor.
So who
I'll
I voted
speak.
Connor.
I'll speak. Hello. I've been really quiet and I don't like that. I
It's true. It's true.
really, really, really like Mike. I've had no interactions with you, Mike, strategically.
No, we haven't.
Talking about Connecticut, I love you. Jazzy really messed up our games. I was never going to work with you. You were never going to work with me. We like each other, but we haven't connected.
No, yeah.
Everyone else here, I have love in my heart for. And this vote is really painful. I don't know what this core 4 BS is. I'm out of the loop, and that scares me if it's true. So if anyone wants to tell me what the core 4 is, because I'm not a part of that, if that's happening. But I will say, besides Mike, who I really, really like, I do have love for all of you, and this sucks.
Yeah.
But this is the part in Blood vs. Water where this gets like that.
Absolutely, it's all love.
Yeah.
But I think I can enlighten us on the Core 4. It's pretty obvious that 1, 2, 3, 4.
How? I'm
Like
on the
it's
wrong
two
side.
duos that have run the entire game. They've been together since the start. I think you guys see that. I think you guys can see
I
that.
think Mike is real. I mean,
I
Ben
think
is really
that's
convincing
pretty
you guys
shitty
on something
considering
that's
how I've aligned myself.
No,
and
I'm not trying to.
That really irks me because I am going against my own husband in this, and I'm crying on camera. It hurts.
I don't mean to hurt your
I mean,
feelings.
and it is what it is. Because if we were the core 4, Mike would be going home. Like, I don't think I didn't want anybody sitting here to be gone. Other than I've been pretty transparent. Like, I didn't really have a connection with Mike. We haven't really talked game. We joke, we laugh, but like it's not really. Like he's like of my relationships in the spiderweb, he's the furthest out. But for you to be like, oh, the core 4 is running this when I'm clearly still at the end loyal to Lauren, which probably fucks up my game, and that's fine. That really shitty.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I don't mean to criticize your decisions. I am trying to interpret someone else's identification of a core four, which I think Lauren and I have seen. It's not that I don't want to work with the core four. We were told that we could work together, and now they're going back on it.
I would like to add something to that. Okay. So we know, like, perception is reality. Like, what perception you have is what you think is going to be true. And I think in a game like this, there's so much that we don't know. I don't know all the conversations that people are having. I don't know the connections. I know the connections I've made, but I don't know. So when we say there's a core four, there very well may be a core four, but I also know the conversations that I've had with people or connections I've had with people that people may not be aware of, you know, and that's part of the game. Like, not everybody is going to know who you've connected with or what alliances you've made or people that you said, I'm going to be with you like this round, or they don't know those conversations. So there could be a core four, but it could also be like a core four that we don't know of, or there is no core four and there's this perception of core four, and maybe there is this, like, that's not really what's going on. But I think, you know, perception is reality. So that might be like what's being seen in the moment.
I think someone did a really good job framing whoever they were trying to frame, and I'm confused by it. But I would love to know who wrote that on their card.
Me too.
Because I don't think it's Connor, because he didn't write himself down. So
It's
that's
pretty clear that the one person that doesn't have a loved one who was trying to get me out last game, probably, and has been pitching my name, probably.
Did I want to get him out? Did I bring up his name? Did I say I wanted to get rid of someone here because I was nervous? Did I say his name one time?
So you think it was Mike?
Did I say? I'll tell you that with
That's
100%
not-
fact.
What I'm hearing is you have been coming after me.
That's fine. That's fine. You're wrong, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Like man to man. Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
and like,
that's fine.
we can-
Yeah, that's fine.
With
Yep.
that, I cast
All right.
Let's get for the live stream.
Oh my god.
Hey, that was very, very intense and emotional. I almost cried myself there when Rhea was talking to Ben. We have a lot to discuss here, a lot to discuss. So, the core four. Yeah, I know, the man-to-man type thing. That was an interesting, it seemed like a lot of people were calling each other out there. So let's discuss this, and I could kind of tell you what I know. So first things first, powers in the game. Let's talk about that first. We know that Alan has an idol. We know that Mike has a double vote. Last tribal council, there was a ghost idol put in the tribal area. Lauren has that idol. In order for Lauren not to, the ghost idol is special because if she plays it incorrectly, meaning the person she plays it on does not get the most amount of votes, she will lose her vote at the next tribal council, so she has to play it correctly. So that is a huge disadvantage if it's played incorrectly. There was a lot of discussion about a 4 core, and Ben, right in front of everybody, I don't know if the immunity gave him the courage to do this, he called out, thank you, Dave, he called out 4 people in the game. Okay, we're down to 9, so he called out pretty much half the people left. And he called out specifically Rhea and Jason, who are a couple, and Alan and Katie, saying that those are the 4 core. I don't know who planted that idea out there. If it was Ben, it seems kind of suspicious that it could be Ben because he's the one who brought it up, or if it was somebody else. Jason called out Mike and accused Mike of being the one of saying it. And when I thought it was interesting when Ben called out those 4 people, Rhea got really emotional about it because my guess based on her reaction is that she's not even working with her husband for this vote, or wasn't planning to. So I don't know if any of those interactions that just happened are going to impact the outcome of this vote. I will tell you a couple of things. It seemed in that situation that Ben was trying to sway Arlena and Tanya for a vote, but it didn't seem that Tana was happy with being called out. That's the first time I have seen her get a little feisty there. She got a little feisty there, and she said straight up, right to Ben's face, that she's not voting with him. But according from the intel that I collected, my bandana is falling off, I'm just gonna take it off. According to the intel I collected, there is a core group, I believe, of the people that were mentioned, and that they wanted to target Mike. However, Arlena wants Lauren out of the game, and apparently the agreement between Arlena and Tana with those 4 core people was that if they voted out Connor last round, that they would vote out Lauren this round. And then all of a sudden, it switched to Mike. And from what I hear, Tana is close with Mike and wouldn't want to do that. So really, I said a lot there, but this vote is really all over the place. So it could be Mike, it could be Lauren. I also heard that it potentially could be Katie, because if Mike uses his double vote along with Ben and Lauren, and either Arlena, maybe even Rhea or Tana vote with them, that would be majority, since there's only 9 people left. Did I hear? I know, I'm sorry. I'm messing up her name a lot. So for this vote, it could really go in any which direction. I really don't know where it's gonna be. It's at the point in the game. Thank you, Stephanie, love you. Season 1, CYS. This point in the game, it seems that people, even the couples, are going for their individual games. Apparently there was an alliance formed with the girls out of that core 4, Katie and Rhea, but I don't know if that is an actual thing or something they are just saying. But it seems like not everybody's on the same page, even the loved ones. So I had a feeling that with the last round, there was a lot of people, everyone voted Connor. So the fact that everybody voted Connor, that couldn't have been the best move for everybody in this game. So they kind of, people left in the game kind of made a decision there, taking out Connor, and that couldn't have been for the best interest of everybody there. And I think they're kind of trying to figure that out now, and they're going to slowly find that out once the votes are read. Lauren could potentially go home. Now, she does have that ghost idol, so I don't know. Katie and Mike get together. Is Katie and Mike potentially I don't think, well, they want to target Mike this round, but you never know. The vote could be Lauren, it could be Mike, but from what I was told, Katie, Alan, Rhea, and Jason wanted Mike out. So Alan just voted. I think there's, who's going up now? Okay, Jason's voting. All right, still 2 more up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I heard from the players. Confessionals. Does anyone have any questions? Any predictions? We could discuss them. It's gonna be interesting to see because it seems like even the couples, within the couples, they formed stronger relationships. So I believe Tana formed a tight relationship with Mike, and then Arliana formed a tight relationship with Katie. Okay, so and those people are going to protect who they think are going to keep them safe as well. Alan was very quiet during that tribal, very, very quiet. He didn't say much. I'm not sure if that's his strategy. Maybe he's taking a low profile. Does speaking out at tribal put a target on your back? Potentially. I thought it was really bold of Ben, though, to kind of try to convince the sisters to vote and just blatantly point to them and say, you must know that this is the core four, as what they're calling them. Yeah, Wendy Williams, I wish. She's an icon. Wendy is an icon. Stephanie just said, Wendy Williams.
Wait, our Stephanie?
Yes.
I think you're talking to me.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's John there.
Hi,
John, season 1 John. All right, so we are coming back. Ciara is tallying the votes, and we are going to find out who is the next person voted out of the red game. Arliana, the chat was calling me out for saying their name wrong.
I love that.
So this is the final 9. Correct. So we're down to the final 8 after this tribal council. Ciara is tallying the votes as I speak. All right, here she comes.
Okay. Anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage that they would like to play, now is the time to do so.
Yeah, babe. So, challenge beast with no challenge wins. It's just a little sad. So hopefully I can win the next one, perhaps.
Can you go ahead and read that last paragraph here? This is a hidden immunity idol.
Okay.
I assume you're playing it for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
So the be warned part?
Yep.
Okay. When played, this idol must negate the votes of the player who is supposed to go home. If played incorrectly, you will lose your vote at the following tribal council.
Okay. So, if you do not have the majority votes, you will not have a vote at the next tribal.
Sounds good.
This is a hidden immunity idol.
I'm nervous. This is bullshit.
Who are you playing this for?
For me.
Okay. Any votes cast for Alan will not count. Any votes cast for Lauren will not count. I will read the votes. These are really freaking cool.
I'll have it actually.
All right, first vote. Lauren does not count. Second vote. Lauren does not count. Third vote. Lauren does not count. Fourth vote, Lauren, does not count. Fifth vote, Lauren, does not count. That is majority. So you did play it correctly. You will still have a vote next tribal. How many was that? 5, 6? Okay, number 6, Tana. Number 7, Mike. 8th vote, Tana. And next person voted out, and the first member of our jury, Tana. Support.
No, I was.
Sorry, Tana. The tribe has spoken. Thank you.
All right, Tana, you're gonna come with me. We are live streaming. Great job. So this was your first time playing one of these games,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You did amazing. You
Thank
should
you.
really, really be proud.
Thank you.
So impressive.
Thank you.
We're gonna just come up here.
Okay.
Did they say that you're part of the jury?
Yeah, am I the first member
You're
of the
the
jury?
first member
okay.
of the jury.
Okay.
So Tana is the first member of our jury here. So you could go right here.
Okay.
So what's your reaction there? So being idled out, how do you feel?
You know, I kind of started getting that feeling there. You know, I think Lauren, you know, clearly was acting as if she was very sad earlier. So I had no idea that she had an idol, but started getting that feeling there just a few minutes ago. But anyhow, not surprised. Lauren played a fantastic game, and you know, that's just the way it goes.
Awesome. There was one point where Ben looked over to you where he almost was calling you out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that was the first time I've seen you get like a little feisty there.
Yeah.
So what was that all about for the
He
viewers?
was trying to get me to say that I would go with their vote, and I just wasn't willing to do that. So clearly they strategized quite a bit about that, but I wouldn't give him an answer. But you know, to me, I don't owe him an answer. I don't owe him anything. So we've not really worked together all along until here recently when he's been on the minority vote that he even had conversations with me. So, you know, the fact that he got so frustrated or so irritated that I would not give him an answer, I didn't owe him an answer. So there you have it.
Awesome. Do you want to share your favorite moment or a memorable thing that happened? It could be from a challenge, it could be from a tribal, it could be from the camp life. Just share something that you enjoyed.
Yeah, you know, I'm just so grateful that I've been out here with my sister. You know, we're super tight, and we actually went neck and neck on a couple of challenges. She beat me both times, so, but I love that we were able to compete with each other. So I also love the connections that I've made with people, just incredible, good, kind people, but that also were just great players. So it's just been an awesome experience.
Awesome. Okay, and your final thing, I just want you to shout out your charity. What charity were you playing for?
Dash Network.
And tell me a little bit about it for the viewers.
Yes, Dash Network is a network that works with asylum seekers, and this is a network that my sister has worked very closely with. We had a couple options, but this has been near and dear to her heart as she's worked very closely with several asylum seekers.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're just going to go up with Kendall,
Okay.
and you will have a vote in who's going to win this game.
Okay,
So you have
awesome.
an important decision to make.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great job. Okay, so with that, Tana is the first member of our jury in the red game. A successful idol play, and Alan flushed his idol as well. So that was 2 idols played at this tribal council. These players that are left in this game, they are playing. So please tune in. There still will be one more challenge after dinner, as well as one more tribal council, I believe. So keep your notifications on, keep tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.